Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula has gazetted the latest draft of the Aarto regulations. This draft details the new demerit system and how it will work. It's expected to take effect from next July. South Africans will be punished for bad behaviour on the road by losing points. eNCA's Silindelo Masikane joins me now with the latest. And Silindelo, I know that the intro says you'll be punished by losing points, but the actual position is that you'll be gaining points you don't want in your against your driving license and record. But how far are we from seeing this Aarto becoming a reality? We've been talking about it for years.
Well, just a few more months to last, and you said exactly what I wanted to correct in your intro, that instead of losing points as a driver, in fact, you'll be accumulating demerit points. And if you're familiar or went to a Model C school, you would be familiar with merits and demerits. And it's a system essentially with demerits that shows that you haven't been behaving correctly or following the rules of the road. Now, we know that the Act has been gazetted. It is open for public opinion. But it will be taking effect as of the 1st of July 2021. And we are in Randburg at the licensing department where we've basically seen a presentation on how this particular system is going to work, as well as the launch of the educational kiosks, should I call them, where motorists will be able to get more information around the particular act. I'm holding one of the booklets, in fact, in my hand that takes you through a lot of how this infringement process is going to work. And I think if you do follow the rules of the road, then you certainly have nothing to worry about. So how it's going to work, just to give you a brief overview, is that you have basically a system where, depending on the severity of your infringement, that will determine just how many demerits you're going to accumulate. So, for example, if you're going to drive with an unregistered vehicle, you could pay a fine of around 500 Rand, as well as get a demerit point worth 1 point. But, for example, if you're driving without a license, then that comes with a fine of around 1,250, and there you will be accumulating 4 points. Now, every motorist has an opportunity, in fact, to minus those demerit points. So if you don't infringe on any more of the road rules, then you would be able to minus those points and eventually get back down to 0. But if you continuously get to 15 points, then at some point after you've accumulated 15 points 3 times, then you would be at risk of losing your license completely and having to start again. Now, I am at one of the RTIA kiosks where you are able to see if you've accumulated any points, whether you have any infringements, whether you have any fines that you need to pay. And I consider myself a very good driver, Tulas. So I'm going to check my status and see if I've been obeying the rules of the road. But I think I'm doing okay. So I'm going to ask Usisi to just enter my details, and then she will be checking for me if I have been a good driver.
Well, you're allegedly a good driver, Silindelo. While we wait for that, I don't know. Hey, I can't vouch for you. I'm hoping that you don't, step on it a little bit when you're rushing for your assignments, when the colleague that you'll be working with is perhaps starting with the edit while you are en route from a story. Those could come up just now.
Oh my God, it's not looking good. It's not looking good to us. It's not looking good. But you know what? I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it.
And
now that I know just how many fines I have, then I can at least fix that. Because another thing that's come up to us is that people aren't aware, actually, that they have fines, or that they have fines that are registered to vehicles that they didn't belong to. So my colleague Gift and I have actually checked our statuses, and Gift also did the same.
How much do you
he's
owe
also aware of a fine that he needs to pay.
We don't have much time. How much do you owe in total? Tell us, it's fine.
How much do I owe? You're going to have to calculate. It's over 1,000 Rand to us. I don't want to talk about it.
All right, let's leave it there then. While you sort out...
Can I calculate for you?
While you sort out your traffic fines, and you've got there you were saying that you are a really good and cautious driver. You just see a list. It's not a long list, but there is a list against Silindelo Masikane's name there in terms of the system there at the traffic department.